here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't gone off.
We're doing DraftKings again tonight, right?
Yeah. Did you not throw it out yet?
Not yet. No.
All right. You want to go ahead and take a look?
I'll do it right now.
Okay, cool. At least pick your captain so we can do captains.
Capitan. Oh no. Is it gonna have to be Tua? I think it might be.
Is it gonna have to be Tua?
Let's see.
I don't know.
Oh, he's a good bargain.
There's a reason he's a bargain. All right. I think
you would think my Jewishness would lend better to DraftKings. You know what I mean? Like you would think that my ability to scope out value.
Yeah, I don't know why your money management skills aren't better than they are.
Well, I will say the last couple of weeks I have definitely turned it around. I don't think I finished in third place.
You won the last 2, I think, right?
Yeah, your DraftKings.
I haven't finished in third place in a while.
No, your DraftKings is definitely improved, but I didn't think it would take you this long to catch on. So
no, I have sort of figured out kind of the rhythm of it, so to speak. What really helps me is making sure that everybody plays.
Yes, that is usually I feel like the right strategy. We've all been really close in DraftKings lately, though. Like we haven't had a lot of like huge disparity between our DraftKings contests. All right, we should probably welcome in any viewers if we have any. We are live on YouTube, guys. Welcome back to Fantasy TE. This is the COVID Omicron variant version of Fantasy TE. This is the special edition from home. We're always from home, but we've been home, all of us, a lot. So it's nice to see human faces. That's cool. You know, I've been locked in my room for like 2 weeks straight, a week and a half. Feels like forever. Ugh. Yeah.
Are you going out and walking your dog at least or no?
Oh, yeah. I've been walking my dog. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, just me and the dog chilling. So let's get caught up on fantasy for this week. What happened for you guys? I know Vital and me are out of it in our league, but we have other leagues to talk about. But Lonnie, how's your week going for the third place?
I don't understand why, but as of right now, I'm down 35 points for this week.
Okay.
My point estimate is 260. Steve's is 290, but I have a 99% chance to win. I don't understand that.
That doesn't. I don't know. I'd have to look at the
players.
And it might be. Yeah, I was gonna say the percentages might be thrown off because we're doing a 2-week final. Mm-hmm. You know, so and it also might have something to do with the players that he has next week. I don't know. I wouldn't worry too much about
players next week got COVID and that hasn't been upgraded for the percentage.
Yeah. Or maybe yours are supposed to come back. I don't know. That's the percentages could get thrown off. This is the first time I've ever done a 2-week championship round in any playoff. Now I'm not in it, obviously.
Oh, really? You've never done it before?
I've never been in a league
that was my thing.
Yeah, that was Vital's suggestion from last year, and I really liked it because of the extra week of football that we get. So, you guys, do you
That's
like
where I'm
it?
at right now. It's the best.
It is pretty cool, right? I think just from being a spectator, I think it's pretty cool that there's 2 weeks to play. And we got a couple pretty solid leads in our finals. Like Terzo's got a solid lead on Cam. His team didn't really show. Yours and Steve's, I feel like could still be pretty close, still go either way. Ryan's got a big lead for the last place over Chris Braun, which is really fun.
All right, man. Is Chris going to do this? Is Chris going to show up?
I don't know. That's a great question. The
thing is I don't have the personal relationship with him. I cannot cast shame on him personally if he fails to deliver on this bet.
Oh, we can.
You know what I mean?
Cast plenty of shame. There's plenty of shame to go.
Dude, we'll name the last place trophy after him if he doesn't do this.
We should do that anyway. Honestly,
if he comes through and he actually delivers on the penalty, we can't name the trophy after him. The trophy Like we can name the trophy after Warren, I feel like at this point.
I was just gonna say.
I mean, realistically, he was the
We
first.
can name it the Warren Scott Tom O'Connor last place trophy.
Oh
So
man.
fake.
No, Warren was the first last place ever in league history. He did deliver, and he delivered an
That's right.
excellent. For as shitty as Warren has been to me, I will give him a shout out. He did a very good job on his last place performance. So it would be like it would be a backhanded compliment for sure, but also an honor to bestow upon him.
I think, but you have to do it close to the Super Bowl. You have to be a Lombardi trophy where someone does it a lot. You gotta really earn it. Like,
no, I don't know. I feel like it's because it's kind of a way of keeping him in the league, even though I had to keep him like he clearly
motherfucker.
I feel bad about having to kick him. Clearly he didn't really care about
Do you
playing.
though?
Yeah, no, I do. I wasn't happy about kicking him out of the league, but he clearly didn't care or want to try very hard. So like I had to. It's good for the league to kick him out, but it's also like, it keeps him involved a little bit. We'll have to revisit that at some point if I'm ever
Let's see how it plays out. I think Chris will do it, but if he doesn't, my vote's for him.
Oh, dude. Yeah, no. If he doesn't do the last place thing, I mean, it's a lifetime ban from the league, which he may or may not care about. But it's also like just like talk about losing respect of anybody who knows him, especially
if he does that, we got to call Stephen Ross.
Oh, fuck that, dude. We're telling like he should get fired from the Dolphins for sure. Like you didn't.
That's right. You should have to work for the Browns.
Right. Yeah. This is
or the Jaguars, even worse.
Right. Trade him to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
No, it is. But like, I mean, as like because he claims to be such a fantasy guy, you know what I mean? And it's like if you agree to a last place penalty and then you don't do it, like you lose a lot of respect for anybody who does know him well. I'm sure would, he just so and also just like never play fantasy with this guy. He's so I think he will probably do it, but we're gonna find out. We're definitely gonna find out. Also, that would be a real hit to Cam for next year because he's going to be probably looking like the 13th pick, assuming he plays again next year. And but he won't be able to use Dalvin Cook as a keeper. So Dalvin Cook goes back to the top. And, I guess Aaron Jones is still a pretty solid keeper if you're drafting 13th overall.
But is he if what's his name isn't there? Rodgers? That's the whole thing now.
Oh, that's a good question too.
I think his value might even go up if Rodgers isn't there.
He's not so sure.
Pass catching back, not but
you don't need first of all, you don't need a great quarterback to pass catches, and his value as a runner goes up intrinsically because they're going to throw the ball less, most likely, unless they get Russell Wilson, unless they get an elite quarterback to replace Aaron Rodgers, which they're most likely not going to do.
Right.
Well, but then again, it is Green Bay.
Who knows what Love is doing behind him? Maybe it is just like
it's not Jordan Love, dude. It's somebody else.
Dude, they said that same thing about fucking Aaron Rodgers, I feel like, dude. And then his first game where he replaced Favre, he sucked just like Love, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he did suck. I watched that game. I was watching that game live. I watched that game.
They have a thing in Green Bay with those backup quarterbacks. They see someone, they know what they need, and they get them up to speed when it's time. Like,
I don't know about that. I think Aaron Rodgers is staying put though. Honestly, I mean,
just get the fuck out of
here.
Dude,
look at how their team's
playing. He literally posted a Last Dance like meme. If he wouldn't have done that, I would have believed him. Because now if he stays, I think less of him. It's like you did all that. You're doing too much, dude.
I think if they go for a deep run again and you're maybe even a Super Bowl win, I think he sticks around. I do.
No, I think he's done.
Really?
I agree.
He's done. He goes to Denver and wins the Super Bowl there.
Maybe.
Or New Orleans.
Thinking Denver. Yeah, New Orleans maybe.
No, I mean, don't you guys remember that like when the draft was happening, it was basically a done deal that Aaron Rodgers was going to Denver? Like I remember that.
I do, but a lot has changed.
Yeah, I remember.
I mean,
I just think New Orleans a better fit for them, and they need a QB bad, dude.
There's a lot of a lot of teams want Rodgers, obviously. Like that's not the question. Like there's a lot of teams that would, give away their next 3 first-round picks to get Rodgers. But does that mean he actually wants to leave Green Bay at this point? I don't know. He's like, a lot has changed, I think, on that team.
No, man, he would not have posted that thing where like he posted the Last Dance.
When was that?
Thing. He's done. He's done in Green Bay. He didn't want to come back this year. I think he did it to prove a point to everybody that Green Bay, like he wants to win one more. Let's be honest. They should have won 2 or 3 more Super Bowls with Aaron Rodgers. Like they were so good.
I think he got what he deserved. He played very well, but then there are times where he didn't show up.
Well, the problem is that, the same thing kind of happened with Russell Wilson, where they kind of hamstrung the team with his contract. They couldn't really go out and get too many more people because they were paying him so much. And those are Aaron Rodgers, like they knocked on the door. Mm-hmm. Did they go to another Super Bowl and lose? No, they didn't.
No, they went to, he's been to 2. He lost one to the Steelers, I think.
No, he beat the Steelers.
He lost to, who did they lose to?
No, I don't think he has. I might be misremembering.
He's definitely been to 2. I forget who beat him. God, who was
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Positive. 100%.
I'll look it up.
He definitely lost the Super Bowl, I think.
I don't think so. I think he's lost a couple NFC championship games.
Oh, he definitely lost a couple of those. The Seahawks are a good comparison.
Yeah.
He's only played in one.
Really?
2011. Yeah.
Right.
I think the 2. All right.
1.
Well, so the thing with a good comparison with Seattle, because the huge contract for him and Russell in the prime of their career, very productive teams, high quality teams who never could get over that hump for salary, and salary cap was definitely one of the reasons. But also those are teams that rely on, because of the markets that they're in, they're not like really attractive free agent markets. Even with those guys as quarterback, it's hard to attract free agents. So they rely a lot on development and draft. Like Green Bay, both Green Bay and Seattle, like they kind of have to hit on guys and then keep them there. And so that's just kind of been their formula. So it's hard for them to get more pieces, to add pieces. And it always has been, I think, in those markets. You look at who they've been able to sign. There's just not a lot of people.
That's why I think they're fucked, dude. And I think Devontae Adams, a lot of players' values next year fantasy are going to get real flipped when Rodgers leaves.
Isn't Devontae also on the last year of his contract?
No, Devontae's out of there too, dude.
Yeah.
Devontae's not going to stick around.
He's not coming back.
But hopefully he ends up for a good team, because it might take a minute.
I guarantee you, if he has the opportunity to take a pay cut and stick with Aaron Rodgers, he will.
Oh,
yeah.
For sure.
That's what, you know who else I wanted to talk about this week? Odell, dude. Like his fantasy numbers have turned around. Yep. His dad saved his career. I was mad at him at first, like, oh, this guy. But god damn, what a turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're, and I feel like there's a lot of people on the outside who are only seeing the production or lack of production on the field and just being like, Odell's washed. Like, we talked about it on this show and we all were like, he's washed. I gave him more of a chance than you guys did, but I also was not like 100%. He's definitely going to make a comeback. No, I don't think anybody was saying that, but if you're close to the situation, they probably could see, hey, he's getting healthy. He should be a really productive player again. And he's not getting the accuracy from the quarterback position, the play from the quarterback position that he needs to be the player to, maximize his potential. And now he's got it.
Let's all just agree that what I said is true a couple weeks ago, that Baker Mayfield is just not that good. Like he's decent, but he's not going to like.
I've always said that. I've always said that. To be fair, he's just like Manziel to me.
We've been talking about that for a couple of years. He did have a streak where he was playing really well. And I feel like we gave him credit back then, whenever it was. It was last year. Like the end of the season and into the playoffs. They made a good run and he was playing pretty good football. But he's just not that accurate. Also, let's not forget that he has a torn labrum, which is
he's super.
That's the biggest part.
So,
yeah, for sure.
He is better, I think, than he has been playing, because you can't remember last year when he was healthy at the end of the season. They almost beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, and I know
Well, no, they didn't almost beat them. They like hung around for a little while, and the Chiefs like blew it open in the third quarter. I think.
I don't think so. They had the lead. They had a sizable lead at one point. I think in that game. Look that up. That was
I don't think it was a lot because they didn't win by a lot, did they?
It was not. No,
I thought the Chiefs won that game pretty easily, unless I'm misremembering the Bills against the Chiefs.
You're thinking of the Bills Chiefs because people thought the Bills were going to give the Chiefs more of a run than they did. The Browns are the team that really pushed the Chiefs to their limit because the Browns blew out the Steelers without their head coach, which was like they annihilated the Steelers, which was huge. And then they pushed the Chiefs to the limit. And a lot of it was predicated on the run. The run game was huge. They were running up and down the field on them.
Now that I'm looking at it, no, they didn't push the Chiefs because here's how it went. It was 3-6 in the first quarter, the Chiefs, and then the Chiefs scored 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. And then the Browns were playing catch up after that.
That's what I thought. I don't think that game was that close.
It was 17-22. The final score is closer than it was.
17-22 means they were in it till the end. They had chances. They had chances to win. That's what I'm saying. They had chances to win the game. It came down to the last possession. They didn't obviously get it done, but that was pretty good considering what the Chiefs did, I think, to the Bills the week after that. So anyway, let's not forget Baker. Yes, he's not great, but he's also not as bad as he looks right now, I don't think, because of the injury. You can't do the same things. I know it's not his throwing shoulder, but it's still his whole shoulder. Like shoulder's trashed right now. But a lot of guys are going to be playing.
Now, this hurts all the Browns receivers' value, even to next year. Because is Juice going to say that? He loves to follow fucking Odell. So
if the Rams,
Landry's probably out too.
I don't know if the Rams.
I don't think that they're as close as they were.
No, probably not.
Get out of here. They love each other, dude. They talk all the time. I have them both on Instagram. They're always tagging each other.
Oh, okay. They are best friends going back to college.
I mean, it makes sense. They were boys in college. Like, makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think Landry's going to the Rams. Too. Remember, the Rams still have Robert Woods. Like, if they have all their receivers healthy, you're talking about
it's one of those things that happens, dude. I bet they go there and lick up again.
I don't know. Maybe. I just don't see. I think the Rams receivers, as they are, if they get all 4 of them healthy, all 4 starters, you're talking about greatest show on turf 2.0.
I agree, but it's going to be just like the Chiefs in Tampa Bay, where it's all like, these receivers just keep coming there. They don't need them. People are just going to go. Like,
maybe.
I think Jarvis Landry, if he's smart, will go to an Aaron Rodgers or, a guy like that, the Cowboys possibly, someplace where like he's got a lot of value with a decent quarterback, because when Jarvis Landry's not going to like blow you out over the top. But if he finds like a nice West Coast team, I mean, I'm wondering maybe the New York Giants, if Russell Wilson goes there.
I was thinking that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great at yak yards. Or I say just yaks.
He just needs to find a good fit, a team that's a good fit for him.
New England, I think, would be a great fit for him.
Get the fuck out of here. Never that.
Back to Miami, maybe.
New Orleans. I like Miami. Miami's got some guys. New Orleans could use a guy like him. Especially if they upgrade at quarterback, that would be
him and Kamara, bro. That'd be a mess.
He can fit in that team. He can fit in that offense really well. I think. All right, so let's we'll move on from that. Let's move on to the next whatever it is we're going to talk. So did you guys watch the game last night? Did you see the fight on the Washington sideline?
Oh yeah, with the Washington just push each other.
That was talk about that. At least it made the game interesting for a minute. Like that game was a complete blowout. But yeah, Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne went at it on the sideline, and they have a college history. Like they played at Alabama together. So the word out of the locker room was, what's his name? Rivera said he's not going to do anything. It's just and they can't.
There's nothing to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. But he was like the way. I think which one was? I think Allen or Pam. I forget which one came out and was just like, yeah, it's like we're on good terms. It's fine. It's just like 2 brothers fighting. Like you fight with your brothers.
Yeah. They're pissed. Their season did not go the way they thought it would. They were supposed to be one of the best defenses in the NFL. They were decimated by injury, which I didn't realize. They said that last night during the game, and I did not realize how many of them were hurt like that. Yeah. But I knew Chase Young got hurt. But
a lot.
Let's move on to the more important topic of last night's game, which is holy shit, man. The Dallas Cowboys look so good.
Yeah, they looked.
That defense, let me tell you this. Since I've been alive, I don't remember the Cowboys defense being this good.
I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to compare them with the championship defenses because those
teams were incredible. But I don't remember them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I don't remember watching them. I remember it vaguely.
Like every season you make this sweeping declaration about how
I'm just saying, bro, the Cowboys defense is better than their offense. And their offense is incredible.
This year, I've never seen an offense click the way these.
But for real though, their defense is incredible.
Okay. Yeah, best you've ever seen.
Micah Parsons is probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year, which hasn't happened in 25 years.
I agree.
He is.
Maybe longer than that.
It was Lawrence Taylor.
I think since Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah. And he deserves it. I think at least as of right now. So I agree with you, man. I think you're right. They do look amazing. And you don't remember those other teams. I remember those Super Bowls pretty well. So I was like 9-10 years old, and they shut down the Bills, which is one of the best offenses of that.
Two years in a row.
2 years in a row, they shut down the Bills, which the Bills offense was off the charts.
Unbelievable. Jim Kelly.
Yeah. For that era, especially, like they would blow teams out every week for like 5 years straight. They went to the Super Bowl 4 years, but they were literally one of the best offenses for like 5 or 6 years in a row, just annihilating everybody. And then they ran into that Cowboys defense that shut them down. Are they better than that defense? Let's see how they make out in the playoffs. But maybe they might be in that caliber in that conversation. So, but yeah, the last night was the first night, and it's funny because all the analysts were talking about it. They were calling for it. They were like, "Let's see the offense," because the offense has looked kind of iffy the last few weeks. And I know they had issues with players being out, but a lot of the analysts were like, "Let's see this offense come together and the defense all at once," because it really hasn't happened yet this year. One side has been carrying the other for the most part, for the better part of the last year and a half. And it happened last night, and they just destroyed, albeit a Washington team that's not doing very well. So, yeah, I'm excited to see the Cowboys against the premier teams in the NFC now. I can't wait to see that. I want to see them play the Packers, the Bucks, the Rams. I definitely would put them over the Cardinals right now. The Cardinals are not playing well. The Bucks get healthier. I think it depends on who the Bucks have available and how healthy they are as to how that goes. But that'd be a fun rematch from the first game of the season. You remember how those teams looked game one, and it was great. It was a shootout. It was a fantastic game. So that's we're gonna get a treat for those matchups at some point in the end. How about the Niners? Can you imagine a first round Cowboys Niners game?
That's Lonnie's nightmare.
That might be your nightmare.
Matchup.
Those teams are hot right now. Both of them. Both teams are so hot. Oh man, I'd really like to see it. But you're right. Yeah, Cowboys looking like every bit of a Super Bowl contender last night, and at the right time in the season. So Cardinals are falling off big time. Oh, and the Niners, I was talking about how the Niners are looking really good, but they did just lose to the Titans. That was a pretty big upset on Thursday night. It seems like a long time ago now. We kind of got a little reminder with A.J. Brown back in of one, the difference maker that he is when he's on the field. A.J. Brown is a stud. He's a superstar. And, like who the Titans can be or could be if they get A.J. Brown healthy, maybe Julio a little healthier for the playoffs. And then Derrick Henry, man, if you throw Henry back into that mix, that team's all of a sudden maybe once again the best team in the AFC. It's possible. That was a pretty big win for the Titans. I think not a lot of people picked the Titans over the Niners. Did you guys watch the Cincinnati game?
Yeah,
Bengals?
I love that.
Did you see any of that, Lonnie? You didn't see the highlights?
Did you guys watch it?
I'm Red Zone. I was watching on Red Zone. Dude, the bang. Did you at least see the highlights? The highlight reel was pretty long in and of itself. It was.
That's what I was telling. I told you these rivalry games and Joe Burrows in particular has beef with the Ravens. I keep fucking telling you, he does not like them, dude. And I knew he was gonna throw it up their ass, dude.
Yeah, it's great. I love that he's in his second year in the league. You know, like he didn't even play a full season last year, and he already has like a chip on his shoulder, like beef with his division rivals. Like that's awesome.
Yeah.
He's got like an old school quarterback mentality and player mentality kind of in that sense. Like
that's how it should be, dude. And
yeah,
and then again, he's one of the guys who is. I play 60 minutes because people were complaining because he kept throwing it. I hate that so much. I was like, yo, you guys would not stop trying to sack him, right? So I'm going to keep trying to throw the TD. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It was good. I loved seeing him run it up on them. And, you know, this is the first time, I think, since Carson Palmer, maybe, that the Bengals have swept the Steelers and the Ravens in the regular season. Right. Yeah. This is a team to be reckoned with.
It's a good time for them.
They're also peaking at the right time. Speaking of teams that are peaking at the right time.
The Steelers should have tanked this year for QB. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I don't know if
there's nobody to tank for.
That's what I was going to say. Lonnie knows best, but
I don't know, man. Tank for some trading options. I don't.
Yeah, there's nobody, dude. I mean, you got the whole. They got homeboy in Cincinnati, but like nobody. There's nobody that you're going to be like, yeah, this guy's going to be successful. Nobody's worth risking your job for,
right?
Because tanking in the NFL comes with the risk of losing your job as a coach. So
mark my words, this next year is going to be the year the next Tom Brady comes out of the draft.
No, get out of here, man.
Watch this. Just some nobody.
There is no such thing as the next Tom Brady.
Okay.
There's not. I mean, Joe Burrow might be as close as we get, though. He looks really good. He threw for over 500.
Look at medical advances, dude. These QBs are going to be playing until they're 61 one day, winning 10 chips.
Tom Brady's going to be playing until he's 61.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're already there. It's already happening. I thought that, but so as far as the Bengals go, man, they're sneaky dark horse Super Bowl possible.
No, come on.
I think the Bengals.
I don't think they play. I don't think they play good competition that well. Good teams.
I mean, I think they're gonna. Dude, they annihilated the Ravens. Like it looked like they were playing. And I know the Ravens.
So did the Dolphins.
Right.
Like, and then when the Dolphins do it, everyone's like, ah.
The Dolphins.
Come on.
The Dolphins beat the Ravens. The Bengals just annihilated the Ravens. They slapped them around like the redheaded stepchild, which is actually what the Bengals are. They are the redheaded stepchild, literally. So I don't know, man. I think the Bengals. Who do you think is definitely 100% gonna knock off the Bengals? Like no chance
in the AFC.
Yeah, no chance. You give them no chance.
Let me see who's up, but I'm just gonna see off the top of my head the Chiefs for sure.
Chiefs are not a for sure. Titans.
I am for sureing it. Like I am for sure.
I'm not gonna say for sure.
I will happily bet you if you would like to. I will for sure.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm betting on the Bengals, but I give the Bengals a fighting chance to beat the Chiefs or the Titans.
Right? Well, I'm telling you, I'm confident enough to put up money that the Bengals won't beat the Chiefs. That's what I'm telling you.
5-1? Are you gonna go? Would you go 5-1?
I would, dude.
Really?
I really would. I would go 5. I'm so comfy about it.
All right. I'm curious. Like, we'll see what happens come playoff time.
The Titans, the Bills, the Pats.
The Bills and the Pats are definitely suspect when it comes to. I promise
you, Belichick would get him. The Colts.
The Colts might beat the.
They might. Colts. They all might, but also the Bengals might beat all of those teams.
I don't think so, though.
The only teams I would favor heavily would be the Chiefs and the Titans with Derrick Henry, not without. Nobody else, I don't think, is getting favored heavily against them.
You know what the Chiefs' big bonus against these two games, the Ravens and the Steelers, they're divisional rivals, dude. It's the same thing when the Dolphins play the Pats. They look really well. We play you all the time. We know you guys. There's a little bit of beef, but they look better than it.
No, usually it goes the other way. Usually the game is tougher when you play a division opponent. Usually division opponents play up to the challenge. Usually those are closer games than you expect them to be. This was not the case. Bengals just ran them out of the building.
Do they have a tough schedule coming up? Do you know?
Doesn't matter. They're already in the playoffs. I mean, they're not already in, but no, I don't think they have a tough schedule. I'm pretty sure they're just about a lock to make the playoffs. Like 9-7, I think.
Oh, you know what? We can settle up. We can settle up Sunday because it's the Chiefs and Bengals, boy.
Oh shit, is it?
Yeah.
Where is it? Where's the game?
They don't got any tough games coming up. All right.
Where's the game? Is it
at Bengals home?
Ooh.
January 2nd. Yeah.
Ooh. All right. I might take let's see what the spread says. We'll see what the spread
I'll take it, bro. I'll take whatever your odds are. I'll take it.
I'm curious to see what the spread is. This is gonna be a good game.
Wait, maybe I can tell you right now. Hold on.
It's not, they haven't released, I don't think they released the spreads until tomorrow. And they'll move a little bit. But you know what I was thinking about? Because I actually had T. Higgins. I had a lot of Bengals in my leagues, and Joe Burrow obviously destroyed in fantasy this week. He put a lot of teams into the final, into the championship. I had Bengals on, I think, all of my teams this year, or most of my teams, not all of my teams, but they were all a really good value this year because they overperformed from a fantasy perspective and from a team perspective. But like, people weren't really picking T. Higgins very high. They weren't picking Jamar Chase very high. Joe Mixon has always been the guy who everyone's like naysaying. Like, he was a third. I think I got him in the second or third round. And he's put up first round numbers. Like, he's been a stud back. He's a pro bowler. And I thought this was the year that Mixon was going to get over that injury hump and have a team around him that allowed him to reach his full potential. And he's been a stud, man. He's been absolutely killing. All of them had a huge game. So I think,
who knew that he probably found another white girl to punch in a subway, and that really propelled him to the other end of his career. You guys don't remember that?
No.
Yeah, in college, he punched a white girl in a subway. They got it on film too.
Oh, wow.
Knocked her the fuck right out. She called him a hard R N-word, but you know.
Okay. You gotta.
Yeah. No, listen, that's why he's around. He's around for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Society ruled and judged him.
You should really say that. You got to tell the story different.
Yeah, no, that's
Joe Mixon punched a racist in the subway. This is how you should do that.
That's totally fair. I think it's totally fair. So you're saying maybe.
Listen. You say a hard R N-word in today's you're gonna get punched in the face. Yeah. You are allowed to get punched in the face by an NFL player.
And no one will feel bad for you at all.
Correct.
Yeah. So she's got a fun story. That's cool. What if that's like Thanksgiving family story, like holiday? Remember the time I got knocked out by Joe Mixon? That was good times. But those guys, I think you're going to see all of their ADP go way up for next year. I think all the Bengals are going to be a lot more expensive than they were this year, and rightly so. I think guys like Higgins and Chase are going to keep and Boyd too. Boyd was very good, but they're going to kind of keep each other from going too high up. It's almost like the Cooper. They remind me of the Cowboys on offense. They have except with the exception that Joe Mixon is more like Zeke 3 years ago. He is the workhorse, and he can go down and run pass routes. He had like a deep.
Who's their secondary back?
Samaje Perine. They don't use their secondary back very much. He's a true workhorse.
Oklahoma.
That's the thing about Mixon. That's why he's going to be a first rounder next year. But when it comes to Chase and Higgins, it is I have both of them on one of my teams, and it's worked out really well because I don't have to pick. It's like playing Cooper or Cooper or CeeDee Lamb. When you have both of them, it's great because you're going to get the touchdowns. So, but yeah, I think there's a lot of Bengals on a lot of teams that are in championships this week.
I agree. My other championship team has Mixon and Chase, just great value. And then I've loaded up a bunch of other positions. So it's killing it, dude.
But you got those guys super cheap this year. And that's the key. That's
not again next year, dude.
It's not going to happen next year. Now you can go find those bargains next year. Find that team that's about to go over the top offensively. That's about to make that.
Oh, leap. I found them. They're the Miami Dolphins.
They might be the Dolphins, dude. Yeah.
We're taking over next year. Waddle,
yeah. But the thing is, Waddle was a bargain this year. He's not going to be next year. They're kind of in the same conversation.
I think you forget how much people doubt the Dolphins, because that's what I thought about Gillespie, the tight end, and people still weren't grabbing him high. And I was like, he made a connection last year with him. No one gives a fuck.
You could be right.
You dropped him. You dropped him.
I know. I did drop him, but that was poor management.
I dropped Hunter Henry.
I was trying to get someone else. It was a whole thing.
I always do that every year. I get like trigger happy in the first week, and I'm like, you're done. I dropped Rob Gronkowski last year.
Yeah, sometimes like especially your first week, you think I'm gonna get a trade. I gotta be able to pick someone up real quick. Like
there's nothing like no panic like first week panic. Like week one,
right? Panic though. Fuck. But Mike Davis still in the lineup.
Still
starting. I have to start him. I got nobody else. J.D. McKissick gone. Kendrick, Drake gone. Nobody else. Fucking Cordell Patterson, the bane of my existence.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like didn't I make you a trade offer?
No, you did not.
No, you are not getting rid of.
I would have taken it too. I would have taken it.
I've tried to trade Cordell Patterson a few people. I did with Ryan. He wasn't biting. And look at him.
Well, we talked about.
Should have traded him to me. I would have made you a nice offer.
This is why. Look at the people who were in last place. I tried to help them out. No, Ryan.
Christian Kirk just sitting there, not doing nothing, scoring a quiet 14 a game.
I mean, he's got a lot of mouths to feed there in Arizona. I did expect more from Christian Kirk though, at least this week with what's his name out, but didn't happen.
Guys, I am so sorry, but I am getting an emergency phone call that I have to take.
Go, man. It's cool. Yeah. So we were talking about how Harbaugh, how happy you were like, or you were talking about the Bengals running up the score. Do you remember? And Harbaugh was like not happy about it. Do you remember earlier this year when they were going, the Ravens already had the game locked up against the Broncos?
Oh, yeah. And then they went for the rushing yard thing.
Yeah. And like, you know, the Harbaugh was like, yeah, we're going to go get it. And like the other coach, Vic Fangio, was pissed about it. And Harbaugh was like, whatever, we're doing it. And then, so this week, Harbaugh, I never really liked Harbaugh. I know he's a good coach. I just don't like him. I just think he's a douchey guy. Like he's that guy. He's that guy who
does have an annoying face when compared to his brother. Like,
yeah, but he's the guy who like, he's like, we're going to go for the record against this team. And then when somebody else does it to him, he's like, oh, that's bullshit. Why are you doing that? You know, like that's.
Did he say something about it? I did not know.
I think he did say something about it, or like, yeah, I think he said.
I would hope not, because that's super hypocritical. Yeah, I didn't know if he said something. Because I knew they asked some Ravens players, and they're like, we don't care. Like, I don't think the Ravens players seem like they don't give a fuck. I think like they're done with the season.
I think Harbaugh was not happy about the Bengals running up the score on him, and
he's not happy it happened.
He might have said something though at some point. I don't know.
And also, that wasn't even that bad of an ass whooping, dude. What was that? That was a 20-point swing.
No, it was a big ass whooping. It was like 50 something.
20 points.
Was that
I've seen teams get beat by more than 20 points.
It was only 20 points.
It was 21-41. I don't think anyone should be in their feelings about it. Wasn't that the score? Yeah.
I don't know, maybe, but it was like a late bomb touchdown or something like that.
Yeah.
It was the one where you're like, oh, really? You got to do that. It was fun though. I thought it was good. The switching it up, the Bills got the big win against the Patriots. So now the Bills are in control once again, all of a sudden, of that division where they've been like floundering, it seems like, for weeks, and the Patriots have been like on the come up, and then all of a sudden Bills back in the driver's seat.
You know who this is great for? This happened exactly the way the Dolphins needed it to. The Pats lost, and now the Bills lost. We've already beaten the Pats. And now we go straight through. We're going to sneak this wild card away from the Pats. Oh,
I don't know if that's going to happen. I think you got to, you're going to.
So wait. So you think it's more likely that the Bengals beat the Chiefs and the Dolphins beat the Pats that we already beat once this season?
No.
Do it again?
I just don't think they're going to. I think the Dolphins have a path to getting in the playoffs that doesn't involve the Patriots not making the playoffs.
The Dolphins have 100% chance to make the playoffs if they win the next 3 games. It's their destiny. No, seriously, all they have to do is win out.
That's all they have to do.
That's it. If we win, yeah.
I mean, still, it's a tall task. But I think the Dolphins
can beat the Pats, bro. In Miami, nah. Disrespect.
That's gonna be tough. I think the Patriots are gonna win that one, but I still think the Dolphins can make the playoffs, even winning 2 out of 3. Can't they?
Yeah, we can win, but that's way more hoops. I'm saying 100% if we went out. Like,
Yeah. No, I know. I think the Dolphins and the Patriots make the playoffs this year. Honestly, I got to look at who else is in the mix, but
there's too many. The Dolphins, Patriots, and Bills can't all make the playoffs.
Yeah, they can. They can mathematically. They can. There's 7 teams making the playoffs this year.
Where did the AFC East get good? That'd be crazy.
This year. No, it's not that they're good. They're all pretty good. It's not like we're talking. They're not going to take on the NFC West.
Pretty good. What is your root verb?
I'm talking. Okay, they're not. The AFC East is not the NFC West. Okay, if you play those divisions against each other, it's not going to go well for the AFC East. Let me put it that way. The NFC West is the cream of the crop when it comes to divisions in football right now. You got the Rams, the Rams, the Cardinals, and the Niners. They're all going to make the playoffs. They're all very competitive, good teams, especially when they're healthy. The Cardinals are a different team with Hopkins on the field. They haven't looked the same without him.
I feel
all right. So who are the
Dolphins still might win the Super Bowl, which is going to be crazy to look at your face.
The Dolphins might win the Super Bowl. Oh my God. I hope it would be great to see a Dolphins Cowboys Super Bowl just to see you guys go at it, but it will never.
Oh yeah, did we not make that bet?
No, the bet was going to be the Dolphins making the playoffs versus the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
that was the bet.
Oh yeah, we didn't settle up on terms, Lonnie. What's up? Because it's getting closer.
I don't remember any of this. I don't remember.
Remember you said the Cowboys are more likely to make the Super Bowl than the Dolphins making the playoffs. And this was a few weeks back when we weren't winning 5 straight.
7 straight, 6 straight.
Yeah, it's
nice.
6 straight.
Tonight, possibly tonight.
So if the Dolphins win out, they go to the
100%.
playoffs for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
They'll be 10-7. They're going to get in if they go 10-7.
That would be very impressive.
Dude, if they go 9-8, I think they get in.
Everything worked out perfect with us because the Bills and the Pats split their games between them. It couldn't have, if either one of them beat each other's, we would have been fucked.
Well, the Patriots and the Bills still have to play again one more time. So who do you like if it's not the Dolphins?
Wait, the Patriots and the Bills have to play again? What?
Yeah, they play again in 2 weeks. They play last game of the season. That's going to be really
Did they just play?
They played. Yeah, they do this sometimes with the division, especially when it's teams that may be competing. And it worked out this year. So Patriots and the Bills played this week. Next week, they're not. And then the week after, the last week of the season, they are playing against each other again.
God dang. Yeah. They put all the divisional games there where it matters. Yeah.
It probably will be for the division. So, and this one, I think the last one, was it in Foxborough yesterday or was it in Buffalo? I can't remember.
It was in Foxborough.
It was in Foxborough. All right. So Bills at home against the Patriots. Do you think the Bills take care of business and win the division?
No. I think the Patriots are going to take it.
You think the Patriots are going to flip it on them?
Yeah.
Is that right? Did I get that right? Or did I mix that up? I think they play again. Pretty sure they play again.
Didn't they already play? Isn't that the game I lost? That's what I was thinking. Who did they play where I lost with Lonnie?
Maybe you're right. Maybe that's it.
Yes.
That's
right.
What I thought, right?
So they did play close.
Okay,
they're all done. No, you're right. They're done. Okay. All right. But the Bills have
this week.
But the Bills do have, they are in the driver's seat. So you think the Bills pull it out, stay in the spot and win the AFC East?
Yeah, unless the Titans don't really have a chance. No one has a chance of really getting to them. I think they're fine where they are.
Yeah, no, they're going to be right in that middle area. Dude, the Chargers, we were talking about the Chargers earlier this season. They just fell apart. And I know it's mostly on defense. They got beat pretty badly by the Texans. They're just probably not going to make the playoffs. They're going to be one of those teams that the Dolphins are going to pass likely. I wonder if are they playing? They're not playing against each other again, or at some point, are they? Dolphins, Chargers. Who's the Dolphins' rest of their schedule?
We have the Saints tonight, Titans, and then
Jets. I think it's the Jets, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
No,
Titans are we have a hard schedule. It's the Saints, Titans, Pats.
That is a tough schedule. Shit. You think you're going to run the table on that one? 2 out of 3.
Yes.
I think the best you can hope for.
Listen, you guys said I was crazy when I was talking about us getting to the playoffs. Now look, I can taste it.
Don't say I didn't say
it,
that.
dude.
I thought that I said I believe it. The way they're playing, I believe it. I totally can see them making the playoffs.
Look, a lot of y'all all of a sudden got amnesia about the bet though. Like,
I do remember making that bet.
But there was nothing on the line, I don't think. Well, there was nothing at stake, was there?
We didn't like make the bet. I think I was just saying
that you think
when the 3-7 Dolphins had won 2 in a row, and Vital was saying that they're going to make the playoffs. I listen. I will admit it's extremely impressive. It's very impressive that the Dolphins are where they're right
now. No, they're on a tear. So, and that'll get us to tonight's game. But before we get to that, what do you guys need anything to happen tonight? And I know, like Lonnie, you're about.
I mean, I have 2 weeks of play, so nothing really. I mean, if Gesicki dropped 40 points, it wouldn't hurt me. Steve played the Cowboys defense. They scored 30 points last night, so that hurts.
Yeah.
So
Okay. What about you, Vital? You got anything in your leagues? Anything riding tonight?
No. You've seen my other league. It's pretty much a stitch.
You're locked up. So you're in the championship in your other league?
Yeah.
Nice. I made the championship in all 3 of my other leagues. Do a couple close calls. Oh my God. I lost James Robinson in one of my leagues in the beginning of that game. I had James Robinson. He was on the injury list. He went out, and I still beat my cousin to make the finals in that one. And I lost to my cousin twice this year, and I beat him in the playoffs. He's pissed.
That's the best, dude. That's always my nightmare. Just sweeping someone and then losing in the playoffs.
Yeah, and he's like, they were showing me the statistics from this league's been around for a long time. Like I think they're like 10 years in on this league. I've only been in for like 4 years.
Hey.
My cousin has never placed in the top 3. I've been in the top 3 for the last 3 years. I've only been in the league for 4 years. This is going to be the 5th year that I've been. So I was third. I won it last year. This year I'm going to be 1st or 2nd. And I knocked him out. Yeah, he's not.
That hurts because low key, that seems like it's a friend league too. Like it
is. It's like everybody. Yeah, it's all of their boys. It's like me and 3 of my cousins and all their best friends. It's he takes a beating in that league. It's really funny. And this is the best year he's ever had. He was like 12-2, like first round bye. First round
took it from him.
And I was missing my top 3 draft picks. I had Derrick Henry out. I had Darren Waller out. And then I had James Robinson go out in the first quarter, who was actually in my lineup. And I still ended up, I just made some nice, I got Justin Jackson. Justin Jackson went off. And I had T. Higgins on my bench because I couldn't decide between him and Antonio Brown. So yeah, it could have been even uglier. I don't even have to play. I had the Dolphins defense. Don't even have to play him tonight. I already won. But Dak Prescott, that's Dak finally coming through for me, put me in the championship. So I needed it big time. And then one of my other leagues, my dynasty league, like the team fell apart. Everybody was out. Kelsey was out. I made it. I beat the team by like 0.038. It was less than half a decimal point. And it was on the Deontay Johnson garbage time touchdown against the Chiefs that put me over the top. Oh yeah, I don't even know.
I'd be furious if I lost like that, dude. Garbage.
He's gotta be so pissed, but he can't be that pissed because I had like a ton of guys. I had Kelsey out, I had Hopkins out. Like my team's loaded, and I have a really good record, and I was just missing a ton of guys. And I got lucky to sneak by him, but like realistically, my team's stacked, and I should have beat him. So it's gonna be real interesting, man. Three teams in the championship. I'm excited. Best year I've ever had in fantasy. Still upset about our league more than anything. So let's talk injuries real quick. We'll do a quick injury report. Clyde Edwards-Helaire went down. Pretty big loss if you are in the championship. James Robinson went down. He's got an Achilles. That sucks, man. I hate hearing Achilles injury. Edwards-Helaire is probably going to be back for the playoffs. He's like a 2-week injury, they think. Miles Sanders went down, and he had been doing really well. The Eagles, they're another team that's playing really tough, really good football right now. They're probably going to make the playoffs. They could be a challenge for the Cowboys in the first round. Darrell Henderson went back out. I know you're doing that now. We'll see how it happens. Mike Evans, Mike Evans still nursing a hamstring injury, so not doing great. Quick waivers. I'll go through waivers. If you are in the playoffs still and you do need to fill a hole, Joe Burrow was awesome. He's probably on somebody's team right now, but if you're in a shallower league, you might be able to snag Burrow if you don't already have him. T.Y. Hilton's a possible add. KJ Osborne. Rashad Bateman, in a losing effort, had a pretty good game for the Ravens. He came on. He's coming on pretty well late in the season, so he's going to be an interesting guy to watch next year, Rashad Bateman. Obviously, with Clyde Edwards-Helaire out, Darrell Williams and Derek Gore both had pretty big games, pretty solid games. So those guys are going to be of good value. Isaiah McKenzie from the Bills. Dude, he had like 11 receptions. The guy was a target monster. He's their little scat back who rarely used, but seems like they found a place for him in that offense, and he did really well. With the Eagles, with Miles Sanders going out, you got Boston Scott and Jordan Howard. I don't know which way that's going to go. Probably going to be split between the two. And then for the actually, this one's kind of a slam dunk for the Jaguars. Dare Ogunbowale. He's probably out there on waivers in most leagues, and he is probably going to get the lion's share of the carries. Filling in for James Robinson, which has been a pretty solid position to be in. That Jaguars running back position, as bad as the Jags have been, Robinson's been productive from fantasy standpoint. So Ogunbowale could be helpful in your championship run. And then if you really need to upgrade or you want to take a shot on a kicker, Younghoe Koo is back, and he looked good. So I don't know who the Falcons are playing, but Koo looked like he was back in Koo form. Antonio Brown came back. Most leagues he probably got picked up in, but he looks like he's probably going to be the guy that Brady's going to have to rely on down the stretch through the playoffs with Godwin out. He's going to spread it around a bit, but AB had a nice game. And he's probably going to keep having pretty nice games. That's going to really depend on, I think, Mike Evans coming back, though, if they can make a deep run. All right, let's see what else we got. Worst QB picks. We are still yet undecided because Vital, you've got, what's his name? Ian Book.
Ian Book.
Literally never heard of that guy before this week.
Yeah, I thought you were kidding at first when you asked. I was like, Nick knows all these players. It is just...
Who the fuck is Ian Book? Lonnie, do you got anything? Nothing? You got nothing on him?
Notre Dame. He was a rookie.
Oh, Notre
Played
Dame.
quarterback at Notre Dame.
Okay. And how long has he been in the league?
He's a rookie this year.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So Vital, pretty good pick, but me and Lonnie both hit it out of the park on our picks.
I know. What are the odds?
Lonnie took Drew Lock. He's got a 5.12. Very disrespectable. And I took Mac Jones. You kind of scoffed at me, I think, a little bit when I picked Mac Jones last week, didn't you? You're like, nah, he's going to
be. Because, you picked Mac Jones because you thought it was going to be a running game. He threw and he threw poorly. That's different.
I thought he was going to struggle against the Bills. I just thought he was going to struggle against the Bills. That's what I thought. And he got a 4.1. So as of right now, me and Lonnie are sitting at 4.1 and 5.12, both really good, bad quarterback scores. But you could certainly eclipse that with that Dolphins defense against a rookie quarterback.
Especially if he goes out early. That's really the key. I don't wish injuries on anyone, but I do wish some struggles, and the coach just, you got to go.
You wish injuries on guys every week.
I never.
You do. You're like, I hope he gets
I wish you get hurt. Hurt and injured is different. I don't want you to be injured, but sometimes I was like, he's got to feel God a little bit, you know.
So you wish pain upon people every week. You're like,
yeah,
he's in a lot of
different
pain.
than an injury.
Yeah,
like I want you to be able to walk right after it.
Make those millions count.
Yeah.
Who you guys? All right, so we'll do that in a second. Teasers back on track, 8-6, winner this week. And the Lions did come through. I told you I was banking on the Lions coming through. The Lions came through. They lost still, but they lost in a very close one. I'm at plus like 18 or something like that. That defense is pretty good. So yeah, the Lions did good. So you're going to keep doing teasers throughout the playoffs. If you guys have nothing to do on Wednesday and are still sitting at home, I'll send you the picks. We did do better when you guys were helping with them, by the way. So
yes.
I do. Yeah, I want you guys to help if you can. We'll see if we can do that on Wednesday. We'll have another round of teasers coming out. Tonight's game. Who do you guys like? Dolphins or Saints?
You know what's up, bro.
I know.
All the way.
Who do you like, Bonnie? Saints.
I like the Dolphins.
Yeah. The Saints did just beat up on the Bucks. Their defense is looking pretty good, but I'm also going to go Dolphins tonight. I think they're going to get it done. I just don't trust it. You never know with a rookie quarterback. Who the fuck knows?
That's right.
So, all right. So who we got for DraftKings? Let's do DraftKings real quick. Who do you guys have for your captains in DraftKings? Vital, who you got first? Your Dolphins.
Honestly, I thought I'd mix it up today. I really believe in him, and I owe him since I dropped him. Gesicki. Let's go, Cap.
Gesicki is your captain. Yep. Wow.
I believe in him, bro. I see it. I see it tonight.
Man, you're in a position too where it's getting pretty tight in the contest. Like Lonnie's only.
Yeah, I need to do something big to get ahead of you guys. I need first place. Like
you haven't had a first place in a while. Yeah. Lonnie's sneaking up on you. Lonnie, who you got for your captain?
Tua.
Tua? Tua. You've been shitting on Tua all year. You picked it for your captain. Oh, that's great. Well, I got Jalen Waddle as my captain.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is gonna be interesting. So we all got different captains. That hasn't happened much this year. We usually mostly at least two of us have been on the same captain. So yeah, it should be a pretty interesting game. All right. What else do we got? I think that's about it. You guys got anything else you want to shout out? Are you doing any Zoom shows from home on COVID this week? Oh man.
I was going to do a show, an Elijah show at Brass Tap, but it got canceled and moved to next month, but I can't do it next month either. So
yeah,
just because of the date, I have another show that I'm booked for, but hopefully I'm going to start taking at-home tests on Wednesday. I have another show at Zen Mystery on
Saturday. Yeah.
So hopefully I'll start testing negative soon, but you never know.
Fingers crossed, man. I'm gonna wait till I feel a little bit better, but I'm probably hoping Wednesday, same thing. If I do feel better, start testing on Wednesday. I don't really have anything I have to do until like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. I'm supposed to work. I got like private charters and stuff. Zach B's hosting my open mics tonight and tomorrow, so got that covered. He's excited. I was like, there's gonna be like no comics there probably, so it's gonna be the Zach B comedy hour.
Everyone at the Christmas party, bro. They went to the. We're set up, dude.
Bro, I knew it too. When I was there, I was like, I'm being a fucking idiot.
Yep. I knew it too beforehand, but I got sick before that even happened.
We were texting. That's the part that made me mad. We were texting about it, and the whole time I was like, yo, I'm only gonna stay an hour. I'm gonna be in and out. I had my mask on the whole time, didn't put it on. Like, I'm like, I'll be fine.
I wore my mask. When I wasn't eating, I had my mask on the whole time.
Yeah,
I might have gotten it before that.
Bro,
no way to know. Like, I woke up the next morning.
Yeah,
sick.
but so many people, dude, everybody did. Like you were like, I think I got everybody sick. I'm like, dude, you didn't get everybody sick. There are definitely people who went there, who had a cough, who had a whatever, who didn't get checked, or who did the at home and it came back negative and they're like, I'm fine. And it's realistically, man, that's how this is spreading. It's people like,
correct,
who are going out who have symptoms but are getting negatives, and they're like, well, I don't have COVID, I may as well still go out when I'm sick. And like they get everybody else sick, and it is COVID. And it's mild. It's not like it's, they say this, we all probably have the Omicron variant or whatever, which is not as bad, but it's super contagious and probably everybody has it. So, don't blame yourself on that one, Lonnie. I told you that was not you, man. That's definitely somebody else. You woke up with it, but a lot of other people did too. So, well, anyway, yeah, hopefully we all be coming into next year in better shape, starting out the new year healthy.
That's a good way to start next year, though. We're going to be immune, bro. We're going to be for a few months.
I fucking hope we're immune. I still might get a booster. I don't know.
I'm definitely gonna get a booster.
Yeah. I don't know how long you're supposed to wait until after you've had it to get the booster, but I'm gonna fucking do that shit. This sucks. Although it has worked out timing wise. Like I had a big show in Tampa, came back, got sick, and I was gonna be home anyway, realistically, through most of the holidays. I didn't have a whole lot of shit lined up. And then like January, when I hit the ground running, I got a bunch of shows. So all right.
You would get COVID in Tampa.
What's up?
I said you would get COVID in Tampa.
I would. I don't think I did get it there. I think I got it actually at home from my roommate because he got sick too. So,
so my mom just sent me a thing that says that the CDC actually just shortened recommended COVID-19 isolation and quarantine time if you're vaccinated, or if you've tested positive for COVID-19, from 10 days to 5 days if you do not have any symptoms, and wear a mask around others for at least 5 more days.
Right.
Hey, yo,
The
I'm
big
about to
key-
be free in a couple days.
The big key is if you don't have any symptoms. A lot of people read the first line of that and they're like, well, I tested negative, I can go out. And that's how everybody
the big one is the fever. It says that if your symptoms are getting better, you're okay, but if you have a fever, you should stay home.
Yeah. Well, so hopefully we're all kind of on the same track, and by the end of this weekend, be back out. Oh, we can't do worse QB picks because we're still waiting on tonight. But just real quick, you want to run through it real quick before we go? See who's available?
Yeah.
All right. There are some interesting. This is another tough. We'll do this tomorrow, I guess, assuming you guys aren't super busy. But
I am working. That's the kind of the shitty part of having to work from home.
You're working
job is that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You still
Yeah.
So I do clock in.
Realistically, I've been doing a lot of work too. I'm like co-producing or producing a bunch of shows. I've had flyers and I've had a lot of marketing and stuff to do. So I haven't not been working, but not the same. All right, let's see what we got. We got a lot of bad QBs against bad teams and good QBs against good teams. This is gonna be a tough one. Start at the bottom. One thing that Ron Rivera came out and said, which is probably going to be relevant, is that he said he thinks Kyle Allen is probably going to be the Washington starter for the remainder of the season. Who are they playing? Washington. Man, where are they? Who started for them this week again?
No idea.
Man, they're just not even showing up.
Is it Heineke?
Oh yeah, Heineke did start. For, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know who they're playing next week. Let me see. Heineke. Where's Heineke?
They play the Eagles next week at Washington.
Okay. Eagles defense has been pretty good. So Kyle Allen against the Eagles defense could get a bunch of sacks. Zach Wilson played really well against the Jags. He had that big run. You actually got to see
right,
Eagles, dude. He broke off the longest QB run of the season.
And some tiptoes.
Yeah, dude. He had some nice little sideline dancing moves and stuff. So that was definitely a positive for the Jets, seeing Zach Wilson have a good game and flex his athleticism a little bit. He's got a tough
but
match.
Now they're playing the Bucks.
The Bucks, exactly. That's a nice pick. I like Zach Wilson against the Bucks. Davis Mills actually played well against the bad Chargers defense. He's been playing well lately, but he's going against San Francisco. So that's another tough defense for him. Nick Foles or whoever is playing quarterback for Chicago, which I don't think we know yet, is going to be against the Giants. Same thing, Giants against Chicago. We don't know which Giants quarterback it's going to be. So unless that information comes out definitively, that's going to be a risk. But that Giants quarterback against the Bears defense is a nice pick if you can hit the right quarterback. I think they're going to struggle. Baltimore's quarterback against the Rams, once again, probably going to be Lamar. I think he's probably going to be back. I think he's a COVID situation. Rams defense. Mac Jones against the Jags. That's the Jags look terrible. So Mac Jones is good for him. Drew Lock, bad week this week against the Chargers. Bad defense. See what I mean about these picks? It's going to be pretty tough to pick. And then New Orleans, whoever their quarterback is, against Carolina. Speaking of bad quarterbacks, Carolina had a bad game with whatever was happening at quarterback. I don't know who they're going to start, but they're going to be playing against the Saints defense. So that if you can pick the right one, that's going to be a good one potentially. Detroit's got Seattle. And actually that dude from Detroit, whoever the hell he was, played well. Let's see what else we got. Baker's at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's defense is terrible. So like all the bad quarterbacks who we've been picking and doing well with, for the most part, have tough matchups or good matchups, like bad defenses they're playing against. Trevor Lawrence, this one's interesting. Trevor Lawrence at New England. He's probably going to struggle with that one. I think that's pretty much it for the good looking matchups. You guys got anything else you're looking at?
I am looking at both the Browns and Steelers.
Oh yeah,
because they're both fucking terrible.
Right.
I think both of those QBs might suck.
Yeah, you're right. And the Steelers, for as bad as they are, they do get a lot of sacks. And Baker likes to run around and act like an idiot and try to make something happen. So
I think both of them have good defenses, and just like quarterbacks are going to make mistakes.
Yeah, I see Roethlisberger going down a lot in that game. So especially if Myles Garrett gets back in there. All right. Well, I think that was pretty good, guys. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see human faces. Good episode. And good luck tonight. We'll see what happens going forward. We got another week of fantasy playoffs before we can figure out if any of us win anything. So